Hey, welcome back. This video is about some super special right triangles. And not that they're special, or super special, rather, they're just special right triangles, and they're all just stuck together. As you will see here in a second, they are amazing. You just need to remember the relationships between the sides and how to do some radical algebra. So let's jump right into it here. Here we see we have a 45, 45, 90 triangle glued to another 45, 45, 90 triangle. Like I said, they're super special, which means if this side is 8, our hypotenuse is automatically 8 roots of 2, because the hypotenuse is always root 2 longer than the side length there. Okay, so now in this larger one, we have a short side, or rather a leg of 8 roots of 2, which means our hypotenuse is the leg times root 2. So in other words, this is going to be 8 times 2, or 16 centimeters long. Okay, so you see they're not too bad. You just have to remember this is a leg of an isosceles. This is a hypotenuse. Now this hypotenuse becomes the leg of another triangle. And what is the other thing? So x here is the hypotenuse of a large isosceles. So here is a leg of an isosceles, which is also a hypotenuse of a smaller one. Okay? See? Told you. Lots of fun. Super special. All right, what do we got here? 30, 60, 90 on the right, glued to a 45, 45, 90 on the left. And this is the long leg. So remember, the long leg is equal to the short leg times the square root of 3. So if I had 6 roots of 6, that means this is 6 root 2 times root 3. So that means I have a short leg of 6 roots of 2 units long. Okay, for the right triangle, for the 30, 60, 90, this is 6 roots of 2. But for the 45, 45, 90, this is now our leg, and x is your hypotenuse. So once again, the hypotenuse is root 2 units longer than the leg of the 45, 45. So 6 times 2, x equals 12 for the hypotenuse of this 45, 45, 90 triangle. Okay, so remember, this is a short leg of the 30, 60, 90, but it's also the isosceles leg of your 45, 45. So if you can determine which is which, these ones are quite fun, actually, to do. I know you don't think they're fun, but maybe so one day. So here we have 8 roots of 3 as the leg of a 45, 45. We are going to work our way over to x, the leg of a 45, 45. Okay, so first we have to come through here, the hypotenuse, which in this case is 8 roots of 6, because it's 8 root 3 times root 2, because the hypotenuse is root 2 longer, which gives us 8 roots of 6. Now this is also the long leg of a 30, 60, 90. So when I go from the long leg to the short leg, which is going to be 8 roots of 2 over here, because it's something times root 3. Okay, and in order to get root 6 again, I need to have a root 2, and the 8's going to be in front. So now that I have a short leg of 8 root 2, I can figure out what the hypotenuse is, double the short leg, so 16 roots of 2. Okay, it's going to be the hypotenuse of this 30, 60, 90. It's also the hypotenuse of this 45, 45, 90. So if I have a 16 root 2 hypotenuse, that means both of my legs are going to be 16 units long, because all you have to do is drop the root 2 to get from a hypotenuse to a leg. Okay, see? Lots of fun. Super special right triangles. Which side is which for each specific one? Okay, this is the hypotenuse of a 30-60. It's also the hypotenuse of a 45-45. Okay, this is the hypotenuse of a 45-45. It's also the long leg of a 30-60-90, which is what makes these so much fun. Ooh, delali. Okay, 48 roots of 3 is the hypotenuse of a 30-60-90. We want to come all the way around and find out what the long leg is here. So 48 roots of 3. We come to our short side, which is half. That's 24 roots of 3. And then to come over here to our long side, we multiply by root 3 again. So 24 roots of 3 times root 3 let's change colors, is the same thing as 24 times 3, which is 72. So now I have a hypotenuse of 72. Come to my short side, that's half again, 36. Okay, and then when I come to my long leg, that's, change colors one more time, 36 times the square root of 3. I'm supposed to change colors to blue just to differentiate from each triangle. Okay, so here we go. Blue, once again, 36 roots of 3, because that's the long leg of this 30, 60, 90. Okay, it's also the hypotenuse of this 30, 60, 90. So come over to here is half. So this is now 18 roots of 3. And then I come down to the long leg of this one. Let's do this over here. So you know the long leg is root 3 times longer. So 18 times 3. This one has a hypotenuse of 54. Long leg for this triangle, hypotenuse for this one. So if we have a hypotenuse of 54, half of 54 is 27 is the short leg. And coming back over to here, x is 27 roots of 3. Okay, told you these are fun. The long leg here is the hypotenuse of the next one. The long leg here is the hypotenuse of the next one. You know the relationship and how to get out of there. Okay, the hypotenuse is always 2 times as long as the short leg, and the long leg is short leg times root 3. Okay, tons of fun. One more example, and then we'll call it quits. Okay, so this is lovely. We have a 30, 60, 90. We have a 45, 45, 90, 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90, 45, 45, 90, 30, 60, 90. And we're looking for the long leg. So let's see what we can do. We're going to come over here. This one is now 4 roots of 3, which means our other leg here, 4 roots of 3, where our hypotenuse is 4 roots of 6, because it's 4 roots of 3 times root 2. Root 3 times root 2 is root 6. Okay, now let's work our way around. We're going to come over here to this one. Okay, this is the hypotenuse of this 30, 60, 90. This is the short leg. The short leg is always half of the hypotenuse. So 4 roots of 6, half of 4 roots of 6 is 2 roots of 6, and that's now the long leg of this 30, 60, 90. So let's come over to here. Okay, this is nice, but we don't need it because we want to come around to get to x the quickest way possible. So this is the long leg, and this is the short leg. So we want something times the square root of 3. That looks like it's 2 roots of 2, correct? Because root 2 times root 3 gives you your root 6. So we're going to have a 2 roots of 2 as the short leg of this 30, 60, 90, which is also the the isosceles leg of this one, of this 45, 45, 90. So now we're looking at the hypotenuse right here, the hypotenuse of this the hypotenuse of this 45, 45 is root 2 times it. So we'll multiply 2 root 2 by root 2, and you should know that we're going to get the number 4, because 2 times 2 is 4. So this has a hypotenuse of 4. So now the hypotenuse will come over here to the short leg of this 30, 60, 90, which is 2. And then we can move on to our long leg, 2 roots of 3. Because the long leg is always root 3 longer than the short leg. Okay? See how fabulous these are? One leg belongs to here, but it also belongs to there, and there's a new relationship here, but it's always either a root 3 or it's a doubling, or all those fantastic things that you've memorized about the special right triangles. Okay, so I hope you have fun doing some more super special right triangles on your worksheet today. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.